welcome everybody as you're coming through here. Just setting up our live stream. A little bit different today. We'll give everybody another 3 minutes to get in. Normally, if we stick to our very strict protocol, which is 3 years in the developing, we only open the door 1 minute before time. So this is a big change for us. We've opened it 3 minutes before time. How's that? So welcome folks that are coming on board. You'll see we are going to be in a slightly different mode today. We are relaxing in what we're doing and we're going to want to have fun. Just baie rustig vandag. It's actually nice just to relax. It's becoming the new, I don't want to say the new way of doing things, folks. Let me not mumble over my words. Let me at least give the English language its due decorum. But it's nice just to relax and to talk about something different and have a bit of fun. I think that's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to not get too serious again. We live in a very serious world. I'm going to wait until either 3 o'clock or until the Hadidas fly past my house. For those of you that don't know our processes, we have got Hadidas in KZN. I'd Googled it the other day and it's considered the noisiest bird in the world, people. So there's something that's maybe an interesting fact for those of you that have arrived already. And I'm just trying to take the time up until the clock goes till 3 o'clock. We won't wait for the Hadidas, but we'll just let you know that they might interrupt us every now and again as we go through the process. Okay, the Hadidas are not going to come past, folks, so I'm going to officially start. My name is Paul Renken. I'm from FEDSAS. Welcome to the session today, which is Tech Talk Wednesday, Thursday, on a different day and in a different vein. We're really going to relax about this topic. It's an idea, I have to say, that Riaan came to us with, and when he first put it on the table, I thought, whoa, how are we going to handle this? How is this going to all get into one place? But it's happening. It's getting in place. And Riaan's going to bring it through to us just now. We go through the details. As introduction, Riaan is our Centre of Technology Manager and also a Deputy Provincial Manager in Gauteng. I'm the Corporate Manager for FEDSAS. I'm based in the Midlands. We have got Al Riata and we've got a guest speaker online as well, which I'm really chuffed about. I'm so excited about that. I even tried to get everything to stand up so I could actually stand up and talk about it. I'm really chuffed to see it. It's one of my lifelong dreams. You'll see who the person is when we get there, and you'll understand, hopefully understand my excitement in the process. But we are recording the session. This is the bit of the serious bit. We are recording the session. It is going on Facebook Live, so please all behave yourself, all those sort of things. But yeah, we normally always behave ourselves, so that's not a problem. With that, I'm running out of things to say, and I think I must hand over to Riaan because he wants to fill the rest of the time. He's as excited as I am. I have to say, Riaan and myself met before I hand over to Riaan, met last week, Friday. We spent almost the whole day just talking about how things operate, how things work. You can do a lot of this stuff to do work online, but it was really good just to interact, just to engage, just to, let's say, just to be human about the process. And it was really like it really cemented the whole processes. So with that as an introduction, it was great to see Riaan last week. I'm going to hand over to Riaan. I'll disappear into the background.
Thank you, Paul. Thanks for the intro. And yeah, it feels like it's spring day. So there's a difference in the approach this afternoon. So baie gelukkige lentedag vir almal hier in Johannesburg. Seker 25 grade hier buite by my huis. So die seisoene draai. So welcome to everybody. It's really great to be sharing this time with you. We're launching something today and it's starting with a discussion. So it's not serious. And if you miss it today, hopefully you get it on YouTube. I've been watching a lot of YouTubes over the last few weeks, and the new feature that I love, similar to the voice note on WhatsApp, you can fast forward and people talk like this, but you hear everything in half the time. So hopefully there's some of you that's watching later on YouTube as we make this thing live. Yeah, we're going to be talking something that birthed in my mind, my heart, a few months ago. I want to share my screen quickly so I can just stick to my notes here. And I want to say we've got a wonderful guest that I'll introduce a little bit later on. Let me just get that on full presentation mode. So very excited with that. So it's Tech Talk. It's on a Wednesday, so it's different. And it's not all technology, but we're going to be talking technology. It's the 1st of September. Lekker lentedag. Hopefully it's not too cold in your neck of the woods. But there's a change of the season that always brings with it some sort of renewed life, renewed hope, renewed energy. And that's what I want to tap into today. And then the end of the month, when the long weekend comes, it is Heritage Day. And a few thoughts just connected dots in my mind. And I'm going to be sharing some of those today. In between now and the 24th, we're also going to be having a RCL Summit. So highlight those 2 days. Woensdag 15de vir 'n Afrikaanse VRL beraad, and Thursday the 16th, which is actually my birthday now that I think about it. Should not have booked a work session then, but we're going to be doing an RCL summit. More about that a little bit later. Thomas Jefferson said, evil triumphs when good people or good men do nothing. Edmund Bergh said virtually the same thing. So I don't know who is actually credited with the quote. All that is necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing, or good people do nothing. Corey Taylor recently said, bad things happen when good people pretend nothing is wrong. We know it as the ostrich with the head in the sand model. And Martin Luther King said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. All of this put together, just maybe think about a few things that we need to do. And out of that, Project Hope, of Projek Hoop, got birthed. We live in a time where it's actually just very dear mekaar. We started the year tongue-in-cheek saying it's the @ sign and the parentheses and the @ sign and the exclamation mark, because that's the characters on the keyboard if you type in 2021 in all caps. But it's not subsided. It's not changed. And we were in a meeting this morning with the Department of Education at national level. We read the newspapers over the weekend. We see what's happening all around our schools, in our communities. And I think if there's one thing that we all agree on, it's that we need hope. We need to find hope, to live with hope, and to also give hope. And that's where this idea started. And I'm combining a few elements to make us, all of us, be part of something that can generate some hope, just with a change of the season, just with changing our viewpoints and our discussions. So let's bring hope. I want to put 4 ingredients on the table for hope today. And hope, I didn't explain it there, the previous slide, but the English is helping others' potential expand. In Afrikaans, help ontwikkel ons potensiaal. Kom ons help ander mense of onsself ontwikkel. Let's expand our potential, our constitutional values that says, this country is a place where everyone's potential needs to be highlighted and given the opportunity to grow. So I have taken 4 ingredients, which Paul also said. It's a little bit far off, so stick with me. This is Hoërgraad people, so class, take out your notes and just take this journey with me. I want to ensure that we build our nation. And that gives me hope to think of the future. I've got a 10 and 11-year-old child. And I live with them every day, and I want to create hope for them. And every day we talk about the future of this country and how beautiful this country is. And the 24th of September, we will be celebrating Heritage Day, where we come from, all our different diverse cultures, heritage, our diversity, but also our unity. A few years ago, it transformed into something called Braaidag, and Archbishop Desmond Tutu was I think the spokesperson or the beskermeer of Braaidag, which I think is just something that's beautiful in our country. And Archbishop Desmond Tutu said that braai is one of the things that unites us all because it's the same word in 11 languages. Everybody knows what a braai is. When I drive around the country and I'm in a township, I see people braaiing on the street corner and selling boereworsrol. When I go to Builders Warehouse, there's a boereworsrol stalletjie. So braai is something that we do together. So let's think about Heritage Day, the seriousness of celebrating diversity, but also the fun. So I want to ask you guys, schools, learners, get your minds into what are we going to do for Heritage Day to celebrate it and possibly braai. We want to save our country, our splendor, our beauty. We're going to be talking about how to do some nature conservation. How do we appreciate what we have? And we're specifically going to focus on saving the rhino, which I think is a big issue for a lot of us. We know that it's been in the news. It's a big focus. and what can we do to support rhino conservation, but everything around the environment and the globe. Then something that Paul talks about every time, I have a strong inclination to as well. We're going to invite our learners to be part of this. And a little bit of sadness that we don't have any learners here. We sent out invitations to RCL members, our learners, our leaders in the learner fraternity. I lived in the States some time ago, and there was a saying that nothing about us without us. And the learners there, and even in this country, they have a voice, but they want to talk. Maybe we have the next Greta Thunberg amongst us. Maybe we have the next high school learner that does the opening speech at the presidential inauguration. We need to develop our learners and make them part of it. And then a fun yet positive project that is a school fundraiser. So I hope you can connect those dots. I'm going to tell you something about what we're going to do for Heritage Day. We're going to focus for nation building. We're just going to focus on Heritage Day. We're going to be introducing you to a project called Rhino Balls. It's a rhino ball firelighter, and I'm going to do this now. This is, I don't know if you can see it. It's a little firelighter compressed with a noem maar ou 'n lont in Engels, Paul. A flint, no, not quite. But this is made of rhino dung. And it is a local product, eco-friendly, that burns for 17 minutes when you start your fire. A local product, non-chemical, and there we go. Hopefully by 17 minutes, when this is up, I will have, can you see it burning? I will have finished my talk, and we can have some Q&A.
Riaan, the word is a fuse. It's a fuse.
A fuse. That's the one. A fuse. A fuse. So I just lit the fuse there. Can you still see it burning? We have an opportunity to pull together around a braai, but let the braai be ignited by something like the Rhino Ball. We're going to save our rhinos, which means saving our country or the heritage and the ecology of our country. And we're going to give learners an opportunity to have what we call RCL talks, similar to a TED talk. We're going to call it RCL talks. Have your say. So we're going to ask learners to upload a short video of them on social media and tell us what are the big issues that they think we face so that we can live with hope in the future of this country. Is it unity? Is it diversity? Is it our heritage? Is it saving the environment? And the RCL is not just the Representative Council of Learners. We adopted 3 letters. We call it respect, care, and lead. And it works in Afrikaans as well. V, versorg, R, respecteer, L, en lei. So VLR, RCL talks. And we're going to show you the platform that that's going to be on. For nature conservation, we're going to focus on saving the rhino. The product that's available for the fundraising model gives 50% per pack back to rhino conservation. And the school project contribution is going to go to the Sandparks honorary rangers. We do amazing work in uplifting our national parks. So yes, we're going to be having a braai, using eco-friendly products. And we're going to think about what we've done. And we're going to make a contribution every time we buy this product. Learners are going to talk about saving the rhino, saving the environment, possibly climate change, possibly eco-tourism, eco-friendliness, and our tourism industry. Learner leaders, we're going to give learners the opportunity to grow their potential. We have a talent platform. We showcased it on a different tech talk a few months ago to say schools can do it with them for themselves, run a little fundraising, but it gives learners the opportunity to be on an electronic stage with a lot of people watching. Our learners were without Stedford, with a crowd, without review or drama or anything. There were no crowds. My kids playing sports now, and we're watching on video. Now we're going to give them opportunity to give us their talent, their singing, their dancing, instrumentals, drawings, producing a video, whatever it is. You can put your best talent forward, and the country will vote for you. And we're going to choose a winner, not a grand winner. It's not a big, it's more about fun and not about a grand, big prize. We have someone, and we're working on some more. We already have a professional coach or two for the learners to improve their potential and we're going to show you a short video of the first coach already. Then we're going to have the RCL talks. I mentioned it earlier: respect, care, lead, versorg, respecteer, lei. And then we're focusing on our RCL members, the 15th and 16th of September, with Mani Botha, a very good friend of ours in FEDSAS, and we're going to be running elements of the Hey Lead program that's been running for quite some time now, but it's new and improved. I want to stop sharing my screen here and quickly show you something on the talent platform, but I'm going to do that later. I'll show you all the examples of things a little bit later on. Is my fire still burning? Man, it's smelling good in here. Maybe tonight I will have some boerewors or gemsbokwoors or something like that. Then we're going to have our guest this afternoon. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Karli, ek gaan jou vra om jou skerm oop te maak. Karli is our guest this afternoon. She's a grade 11 learner, and I spoke to her and some of her friends on Monday morning. Karli, dit was baie lekker om met julle te gekuier het die ander dag. En jou opgewondenheid en jou erns waarmee jy die lewe na kyk het my regtig getrek. Ek is so bly jy's gekies last night, one of the learner leaders at her school. She's a learner, a student at Hoërskool Zwartkop in Pretoria. And yeah, they stirred my passion when I shared this project with them. So Karli, ek gaan dit vir jou oopgooi. Wat van die projek wat ek met julle gedeel het was vir jou regtig opwindend, of wat het 'n snaar in jou hart getrek? Wat wil jy graag met die mense deel?
Ek dink wat vir my baie opwindend is van die projek is die feit dat dit wel leerders betrek by die kwessies, dat ons ook 'n geleentheid kry om te praat oor kwessies en sake soos klimaatsverandering en die omgewing en ook nasiebou, as die mense wat in die toekoms in die land gaan bly, as die toekomstige leiers van die land, dat ons ook betrokke raak en ingetrek raak by die kwessies, want soos die slogan wat julle gesê het, it's nothing about us without us, sodat ons ook ingetrek word hierby, en ek is ook baie opgewonde oor die Bruineballs projek, want dit is ook 'n wonderlike manier om ons te betrek by iets soos die beskerming teen renosterstropery en om iets positiefs te doen vir die omgewing en kinders te betrek, om dat ons ook vir ons kan bydra, want ons is hier, die jeug is hier en ons wil opstaan, want ons sien al hierdie kwessies en hierdie probleme en ons wil ook graag kan help en 'n verskil kan maak en ons stem gehoor kan kry oor hoe ons voel oor hierdie kwessies, want ons sien dit raak en dit is vir ons ook baie belangrik.
Sure. Maybe I must keep quiet and you must just continue talking. Maybe for our English audience, what are you guys possibly considering doing at your school in this process, taking it any further?
Yes, we are definitely going to participate in the Bruineballs project. We're going to sell and raise some money for the school, as well as obviously for Rhino, for the Rhino project, and also definitely also participate in the talent show, and then also we can see how we can incorporate it further in our school to motivate everyone to braai on Heritage Day and do it for a cause, or try and do something positive that's combining Heritage Day, doing something positive for the country, doing something taking something that's important to you, taking an issue and seeing how you can make a difference, plant a tree for climate change, or clean an area, or decide what's important to you and say something about it, talk about it, start conversations, because without conversations we can't have change.
Brilliant. Karli, we're going to get back to you a little bit later. Bye, dankie dat jy met ons deel. Man, I think the whole audience is now clapping their hands if they were in the hall now. Thank you for your positive approach and for making it clear that we got to talk to and with learners about learners. So I'm going to come back to you in a short while, but baie dankie vir daardie vinnige inset. Now I've got to share my screen again, which is not possible. There we go. So we heard from Karli, grade 11 learner, telling us that it's important that we talk about these things. We spoke about it this morning. Yes, school is very important, and this is where FEDSAS lives, in the schooling space. But it's not just all about, that flame is going wild. It's not just all about the assessment and the marks and the position you're in the grade, but how are we going to make a difference? How are we going to be contributing, participating citizens in the future of this country? And Karli just gave me so much hope. I hope my 11-year-old daughter can grow up to be like her. For the learners, on the potential side, I have a coach. This is a very interesting slide looking at the life of Karli van der Merwe. Some of you might know her as, she's going to introduce herself, and let's see if I did it right. Paul, I'm going to play the video. Tell me if there's audio.
Hallo julle, ek is Karli van der Merwe en julle sal my dalk op hierdie stadium beter ken as Christine van Getroud met Rugby, maar voordat ek in film of op TV was, het ek 100% net musiektheater gedoen. Ek het dit ook geswat. That means performing in the disciplines of dancing, singing and acting in theatre, on stage every day of my life, working very, very hard. I am privileged enough to have done it on local stages, also internationally, and I'd love to give you some tips. And seeing that all of these disciplines involves your body as your main instrument, I'm going to give you universal tips.
But we're not going to share the tips today. So that video is on our resource page, but we're going to have some more coaches and potential developing tips for our learners when they do the talent platform. Man, that I hope you can see that is not just a fire lighter. That looks like a fire in my house. Slightly concerned about that now. So yes, Karli and some other people are going to be sharing with us their thoughts on how our learners who are already doing a lot of this. TikTok, can you see my phone? They're doing this and making videos, and it's chicken wings, hot dog, macaroni, and I have no idea what that means, but my kids sing it all the time. They're doing talent stuff, but maybe we can just help them and point them into a direction of saying, when you sing, project, sing to the last person in the hall, sing to the hearts of people. I don't know what it is. I'm not a talented artist, but I'm hoping that we can help our learners with that. So the talent platform, I'll share the resources. What you're going to do is you're going to record yourself as a learner, your talent, produce a video, load it onto YouTube as unlisted, and then load it on talent platform. I'm going to show you where it goes, how it works. To participate, you're going to pay 20 Rand, which is not a lot. And for every vote, there's going to be 2 Rand charged. How you're going to do that is if you go into the talent platform, you hit vote, there's going to be a link that will start an e-wallet on your phone, and you just take those steps. There is a YouTube video on how to do that by Stick It, and some schools have already done that, but we're going to take the pool of money and we're hopefully going to give the winner 1,000 Rand and the second, third, fourth, and fifth prize 500 Rand each, and hopefully we'll have that just for fun. It's not about winning. Everyone that participates will be a winner. So yes, that's what we're going to do. The school fundraiser, man, that's that little thing there. I didn't know that it was going to burn that high, so I'm hoping my house will be okay. Paul, if you see something behind me go up in flames, my picture is.
I'll definitely come in on the camera if it starts burning behind you. So I'm watching it carefully. A lot of other people are also watching it. I can tell you that much.
I hope so, but yeah, that's the proof in the pudding. It's not just a piece of newspaper that you roll up and suddenly there's a fire starter. This will start your fire. So the people that make rhino balls currently in Spar. Don't know if you see this little package. One of the employees of the company have grade 6 and a grade 4 and grade 6 learner. And they sat around the Boma fireplace one night, and the kids said, why can't we do something for the kids, for the schools? And then the 10-year-old said, but instead of calling it rhino balls, why don't we call it brino balls? Rhino balls are for the adults, the serious people. But let's save the rhinos with a braai. Because how does Barry Hilton say? Wanneer gaan ons braai? No gaan ons braai. And then it became brino balls. I think that's just such a cute thing, starting with a learner with creativity and saying, we want to give something. They created an online store for schools to buy or for parents to buy. It be delivered to the school. And for every 30 Rand pack of 8 that you buy, the school will get 4 Rand back. So the school must register. And hopefully this is where the people that are interested today, they must register at that link. We will share it all with everyone. Register your school, give us accurate details for delivery, distribution, and then the donation to the school. So if you have 250 dads, each buying the season's worth of rhino balls or brino balls, pack of 8 will last you 8 braais, depending on how often you braai. But that could last me maybe 2 weeks. So if I want to go through to December with my brino balls, I could buy easily a pack of 5 or a pack of 10. And then the school will actually get in the region of something like 5,000, 10,000 Rand. But it's a fun project. The learners can drive it. There can be class competitions between the classes to say who's got the most, and the school will benefit. So I've put together a few elements. Oh, last one. Why are we talking on technology? Technology is not really the issue. It's innovation. But technology is going to play a role because we're on a talent stage, an online stage with e-voting and a cashless wallet. That's how we live. The RCL talks, online stage, going to be on social media. We're going to get a lot of likes, hopefully not many dislikes, but we're going to get the conversation out, as Karli said. There's an online store and a fundraiser for schools. No more door-to-door sales. You just communicate and ask people to buy, nominate your school, and the delivery takes place there. And yeah, a lot of fun. There's already a school or two in the Northwest Province that's doing this before we even launched. So there's a whole list of resources that we're going to be sharing with you. There's a slideshow with videos included and all the links of each of the streams. Nation building, what are we going to do there? Heritage Day. RCL and learner development, what are we going to do there? Saving the rhino and nature conservation, and then a school fundraiser. All these come together under one project called Project Hope. So let's make it happen through our learners, with our learners. Let's build our country and our nation. Let's hear from our learners. Let's see their talent. And let's do something that will live far beyond the footsteps that we leave here. And invite a friend for a braai. I'm going to stop with that, Paul. I don't know what my timing looks like. I have a slide or two more. Karli, I don't know if you want to open your mic. We've got some questions in the Q&A box. Maybe Karli wants to share some more of what they hear. And my firelights are still burning. I don't know.
Your opsit kers, hy brand lekker daar. So that's glad nie 'n
My
probleem.
opsit kers. So that's 15 minutes later. I don't know how many. So I don't know how I'm going to stop that. And it's in a paper cup with sand in. But if the paper cup gets yeah. I'm going to be in trouble. I'll have to put my tea over the fire. Okay. Paul, yes. I don't know, but there's a hand raised. There's a few questions. I want to open it up for the audience. I hope it's not too far-fetched. At the end of the day, we want to build hope. And it's a fun project. I know it's a little bit of admin for schools, but I'm hoping that schools will take this and get creative with it. Think about more ideas. Karli mentioned plant a tree. Never thought about that. Plant a tree. Plant 'n boom en maak 'n verskil aan die omgewing. Ja, hier interne kompetisie by die skool. Hou 'n boereworsbraai die 23ste September voor die skool sluit. I don't know. Karli, any thoughts from you guys? Paul, if you can look at the questions there and let us know if there's a question and something. Karli, enige bydrae wat jy wil maak? Dis so lekker as jy praat.
Yeah, I think I'm really excited about the project, and I think that it can certainly make a difference and help bring hope to schools and to children, especially since the education system has been so struggling in the last year with schools closing. It's been really hard on all of us. So any hope, any good that we can do will certainly, I think, help and also make us feel like we're doing something positive in this really difficult time that we're in.
Oh, wonderful. Paul, any questions for Karli from the audience or for me? I want to put her on the spot.
Yeah, there is a question, but it's a bit mundane, but we do need to answer it. Where will there be winners in the different categories announced? So is there going to be a winner? And then it's about the e-wallet setup. Where do I get help to set an e-wallet up for our school? How difficult is this? So a little bit on the technical side. So while you're thinking about that, Riaan, I just want to say, Karli, thank you very much. You have made my year. I have now got a learner online, so we are very chuffed about that. But more than that, I also want to just echo what you say. I've had a son that's gone through matric last year, and we thought, well, this year's matrics wouldn't have the same problem. And believe me, they've had the same thing. And I think what we really need to do is just have fun again. We just need to laugh. We just need to joke, because that's when your creativity comes out. So that to me is really important. And I really appreciate you coming online and talking about it from that side. There are some questions getting thrown into the Q&A box there. If you want to pick them up from there, we're sharing your screen. Riaan,
I'll be sharing my screen. Yes. So maybe let's just get to some sides of the technicalities. The video that I showed, I'm not going to play the whole video, although it's only 30 seconds, 33 seconds. There's a video on how to use the online video platform. Maybe I can play it. Hopefully there's some music. So that is how you will upload your talent. When you want to vote and you don't have a stickered wallet yet, a D6 Connect Pay, cashless pay wallet yet, you will be asked to put in your cell phone number. The system will check if you have a wallet. It will tell you to top up with money if you don't have money in, so that you can vote. If you don't have a wallet, it will automatically, not 100% automatically, it will take you through the steps to create a wallet, and you will then have the app on your phone. You will pay from your credit card or from your bank account with EFT money into your e-wallet, and don't pay $1 zillion into that. You know you're going to be voting for R2. So put 100 Rand in there, you get 50 votes. And if you're done voting, you can do another 100 Rand. So it's not about making it difficult. It's just the easiest way for us to see whose talent is really being liked and who's leading. The question about will there be categories? We don't have categories. This is not South Africa's Got Talent. So we're going to look at what's the most enjoyable, and we will have a panel of judges. The popular vote will be the people that will be doing the voting. And then the panel of judges. On the resource page, there is terms and conditions, and we will put it to a vote internally to say, here's the popular vote plus the vote, so that we don't have someone with a lot of money just buying the competition. Not that the prize is that much, but please vote so that we know who's popular, and then the judges will make a final decision. But we've got 5 winners, just for the fun of it. And if there's a lot of votes, we might go up to 10 winners, because then there will be cash. But it's actually just showcasing us your talent. I'm going to show you what I have here. And this is a learner that's already participated, starting with a blank page. Not singing, not dancing, but look at the outcome of. I hope you can see that. How is that for you? A roaring lion. Now, when I saw this, I just thought, man, this must be the showcase one for today. So you will go onto YouTube, you will load it, you will go onto this project, you will submit your video if you're the participant, you will vote, and click to vote will take you into the voting process really seamlessly and easy. The Rhino Balls ordering platform. This is where you're going to buy your Rhino Balls. Once there's sat a few people around a fire in a boma, then an idea popped into their heads out of nowhere. And they started, my fire just died. 30 minutes later. So you can order, and the school must be registered. In order for you to order, you will just number of packets, add to your basket. So your school will be listed here. So the a parent can choose, or the purchaser can choose the school and nominate the learner who will be the distribution channel to that person. You will update, you will pay with PayFast or PayPal, one of those. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's PayFast. And the delivery will go to the school in a big batch once the order quantity is reached. And that's the only admin that is required at the school. Distribute it from the delivery per the list that is given to the learners that were nominated. And I think that is even something that the learner leaders at the school can do with some guidance, but making sure that the delivery takes place. So yeah, that is where we're going to be doing the technical side of things. Paul, I see there's some more questions.
There are some questions, Riaan. If you can just stop sharing your screen, that's fantastic. Great, thanks very much. There's a question to Karli. How do we get other RCL members involved? And I think that's from your involvement as a learner leader. Let's listen to that. How do you get other RCL members involved?
I think important thing is the RCL Talks platform. Also, we can make videos about things where we talk about the things that are important to us. For me specifically, I know I'm really passionate about climate change and the environment, but someone else might be more interested in like joblessness or education. Everyone has their own interests where people can talk. RCL members can submit videos and talk about that. And also in a school where the RCL members can talk and decide how they want to go further with this project in their own school. So maybe starting a specific project, saying you're going to have a fundraiser, boereworsbraai, on Heritage Day to get money for the school to do something, or see how the RCL members can organize something for the school to do in the community. I don't know, it depends on community what they want to do, a cleanup of sorts, or how they want, or like everyone brings products to give to homeless people, or however the RCL members see fit to help spread hope. Even if it's just smaller things, just talking or just deciding we're going to make sure that we talk to each other that week or that specific day to connect with one another and promote unity and just love in our schools.
Excellent. Fantastic. And then I think it leads on to another question, which maybe Riaan wants to handle, or we can just discuss it. Can learners from other interest groups also take part, or is this specifically for RCL members from schools?
No, it's definitely for all learners. So I call it the RCL. FEDSAS is involved in the governance of school, and our connection to the learners is the governance members, the RCL members that's on the SGB. But they come from a cohort, a community. They get voted in from all the grades. So that's why I said it's a learner and learner leader initiative. I think the RCL members might be the ones that will take this, but if you are a grade 9 learner and you want to say your say and have your say or participate or have a great talent, I mean, the talent platform is open to all, but the RCL Talks is not Representative Council of Learners. It's respect, care, lead. And let's have all our learners participate in that. There's an onboarding process. They're going to be housed on the same platform, but there's no cost to upload. I will carry that cost, or the platform owners will carry that cost, and it's going to be a 50-cent vote, not to choose a winner, but you just say, yes, I agree with this viewpoint. I agree with this topic. So making it really easy to participate, and that will be flighted on social media wide and far. Instagram doesn't carry videos longer than 60 seconds, but we will chase it on YouTube and other channels so that we can have the whole country hear what learners like Karli has to say. And hopefully there's a few hundred, few thousand of them out there that's passionate about the future, passionate about the country. So yes, maybe just to echo what Karli was saying about how do we get other learners involved. I think that's what the people are on this show, on this webinar today. You are involved in your school. What we see in a school is if leadership does not do it, if someone does not raise their hand and become a champion for it, man, it's not going to happen. When we talk technology, it's not the youngest teacher with their own laptop that becomes the tech champion at a school. It's a visionary leadership issue. And I'm hoping that I've given enough ingredients for someone that If you like the sweet, go for the talent platform. If you like the savory, go for the RCL talks. If you like the difficult things, go for nation building and talk about it. I think we've been through a difficult time this year. Ons het moeilikheid gehad op Mandela Dag. Nie 'n lekker dag gewees hierdie jaar. Paul Rankin is smiling. He lives in KZN. So let's get back into facing the difficulties and not just complain around the braai, but talk about hope for the future around the braai. So yeah, open to all. Any other questions? Paul, I think we're going to be closing. I see there's some questions coming in. Does the Brano project for schools end on 24 September? It does not have to. We don't think it should. We think it should be running to the end of the year. We don't know when the stock, well, it all depends on how well it's received. We want to take these 3 weeks from now, 1st of September to the 21st, 22nd, when we will do deliveries so that all schools, the company will do deliveries so that all schools that placed orders will have their Brano balls for the braai on Heritage Day so that the delivery takes place. But there's nothing stopping a school from continuing and making a project. There's also nothing stopping a school, and I don't want to put this out there necessarily, but I've had 1 or 2 schools say, but isn't 30 Rand too little? I'm sure if we do it, the parents will pay 35 Rand and we can put 9 Rand per packet in our pocket. And there's nothing against that. But then the school has to buy it. The school has to carry the stock and make the payment, and then they can sell it. Like I did when I was at school, we had vruchtenrolle and blombolle. I don't know if you guys remember the fruit rolls. That was in the 80s. Schools did something for fundraising. We want to make it as easy as possible, as little admin as possible for the school, but whatever tickles your fancy, go with it. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for all the questions.
Yeah. Riaan,
the project is just launching, not ending.
If I can just add to that, 24th is when we want to target things. We want to work towards that. We've got a bit of work to do at school, so you want to work towards that. And I think we want to make a big noise about it. And if you're going to do that in your school, you need to work at it to get there from that side. I also want to just reiterate, people that serve on governing bodies, people that serve on RCLs, they do it because they love doing it. They get involved in this because they want to make a difference. And that's why we're looking at those people to start with, because those are the igniters in society. Those are the ones that are going to make it work. So, yeah. We're getting close to closing time. Not that I want to stop talking, but let's see if there are any other questions. Primary schools may also take part in the project. There's a question about primary schools taking part. Yeah, let's get them
primary schools
from that side.
All schools, pre-primary schools, primary schools. If you have someone that's keen on having a braai, which is just about 99% of the people I know, I think our retiring CEO hit the front page of the newspapers last year. I think it was 150 nights in a row, or 200 nights in a row that he 200 nights in a row that he braaied. So my father-in-law, I think he will braai in a very fancy restaurant or a hotel on holiday and call that the experience better. So there's people that love braaiing. Through primary school, high school, anywhere, any group, welcome to join. We're doing this for the FEDSAS members so that we can help them. If your school needs some fundraising, this is a project that you could put your back behind. We want to serve our learners. And Karli, the comments in the chat box, you must have seen it. Everyone is just, Karli for president, it seems like it's Karli equals whoop. Dankie, Tali. So I had such a great time with 5 of their learners on Monday morning when we discussed this. And I thought I was mad. And they told me. I also thought so. And Paul Rankin thought I was mad. And when I discussed it with them, they said, man, we got to talk about, can't we do a group talent? Can we be 3-4 that sing together? Can we? But what about unemployment? And what about job opportunities when we finish school? How's the world of work going to look when we finish school? Should we just go study to be the traditional, qualifications? And then Karli mentioned, but man, I love the environment. I'm going to buy the rhino balls because we're going to save the globe. So such a good time. Dankie Karli vir julle groep, en ek gaan saam met julle skool die pad loop. Maar dankie dat jy 'n ligpunt is en 'n flikkering van hoop. en 'n pragtige dogter is. So baie dankie sê vir jou male. Ons by FEDSAS is trots op jou vandag en hulle kan ook wees. So. Mr. Rankin, I'm going to close, although there's still questions popping in, but I think we've dealt with all of them. Dames and here, ladies and gents, thanks so much for spending this time. We put out a teaser. We didn't give you everything that we were going to talk about, hoping that you would take the bait and come listen to us in a different vein. Go celebrate Lentedag, Spring Day, think of new hope, think of something new with the change of the season that we can do to make this country a better place for us and our kids and the generations to come. That's from my side. Dankie Karli dat jy deelgeneem het. Dankie Alreta. Thanks to you, Paul. You can close the session for us.
Yeah.
We'll be in contact with everyone after the session.
Yeah, that's great.
Let me just share my contact details in, if someone needs to get hold of me.
I'm going to put up all the details now, so we'll have all the details just in closing. Thanks very much, Riaan, and thanks, Karli. Let's just check that we got the right thing there, that we are seeing the right screen. There we go. You should be able to see the details. Thank you very much, and thanks for everybody's involvement. It's a Project Hope, folks. It's a project of hope. Let's have a bit of fun as well. It's been a very mundane, tough time. We've been very serious about things, but let's throw a bit of light in things. Let's smile, let's laugh, let's get creative in the process. There are our provincial managers' details. Please get hold of them. You will all be receiving a recording of this session within 24 hours. It will be coming through to you. It is live on Facebook as well, so if you need to spread the news about the process, a little bit offbeat, off-pat, slightly different, but fantastic, folks. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy ourselves. And let's make a difference out there. So thanks very much. I'm just going to check the chat box. There was one quick note there. There's a note there that Riaan's just dropped something in if you want to pick out there. And then other than that, thanks very much for everybody's involvement. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Riaan. Thanks for driving this. And I'm glad that your artwork has survived in the background. Thanks, folks. Cheers.
Everybody, take care. Bye-bye.